All right, guys. We have been through quite the work in the past 4 hours, and I got to say that Cloud has done 99% of the work. I've probably been more involved than I should have been, to be honest. But you guys know I'm not a breeder. It's not that one. Who's making all the noise? Is it you making all the noise? Little noisy boy. But yeah, guys. I mean, like when it's your first time doing something that is literally completely new, completely novel, you're not going to do it 100% correctly. And I know that. I might have been too involved out of paranoia, but from what I've heard from my consultant, I have a friend who breeds dogs in Thailand, so she's been giving me a lot of advice. And also from what I've read online on forums, basically the mom will let you know how involved she's comfortable with you being. And before giving birth today, Cloud was very needy. She kept going next to me, then leaving next to me, leaving next to me. So she was basically telling me like, "Be with me, Dad." And this entire time, she's been letting me touch the puppies, play with the puppies, move the puppies. She hasn't given me any problems, and I think she's enjoyed me being here and appreciated it. And of course, I'll be here for my girl. It's my number one girl now. But I wanted to have a little fun with you guys. So we're gonna do a raffle, okay? So there's 49 of you. Pay attention to the rules of the game, okay? Pay attention, guys. So Cloud is having 4 puppies. 3 are already out. 2 are boys. 1 is a girl. I want you to leave a comment, not in the YouTube live, in the actual video. Leave a comment whether you think it's going to be a boy or a girl. I was going to joke and say or non-binary. No, seriously, leave a comment if you think it's a boy or a girl. And whoever gets it right, one of you will win a free t-shirt from the JoeBidenHateYou.com store. Exclusive raffle for those watching this stream. So leave a comment if you think it's a boy or a girl. Everybody is only allowed 1 entry. So don't think that you could leave 2 answers, boy and girl. That's not how it works. You get 1 entry. Just write if you think it's a boy or a girl, the 4th one. And whoever gets it right will get a free t-shirt from the JoeBidenHateYou.com store. Once you win, you send me what design you want, what size, what color, and you'll have the shirt within 1 or 2 weeks. So that's going to be my little gift to my audience for joining me on this journey. I don't have names for any of them yet except for the girl. Now, I don't know which girl. The 4th one might be a girl, might be a boy. We don't know yet. I am praying it's a girl because I want to have 2 girls, 2 boys. Because one of my friends wants a girl. So if I'm keeping a girl, I need 2 girls. And then my other friend, he said he wants a boy. I'm trying to convince him to take 2 boys. Because I really do think dogs are happier and healthier when they have a friend. And I'd love for 2 of them to stick together. Guys, don't leave your answer here. Leave your answer on the actual video. Because whatever you say here doesn't count. And also, let me tell you the order. The first one was a boy. The second one was a girl. And the third one was a boy. So logically, the 4th one should be a girl. I need it to be a girl. So that way I get one. My friends get one. So apparently my friend's mother lost their pup. And she's been devastated. The family's always had girl dogs in the family. So I would really love to have 2 girls so I can give him one of the girls. And that would be wonderful for his family. It'd be wonderful for me to know that one of my subscribers got one of the pups. I think that's a pretty cool story. But the only one I'm naming is mine, and the girl's going to be named Moon. Look at this baby, all in her face, laying all in her face. Are they eating? Is he eating? Yeah, he's eating. Is this one eating? Yep, they're eating. Two of them are eating. This one's the only one that's sleeping. And that's my Moon, maybe. Potentially named Moon. I think I'm going to keep this one, though, because I love the marking on her head. Look at that forehead. She's the only one so far born with a mark on her head. Which I honestly think kind of looks like a little moon. It looks more like a diamond. But I'm going to go with Moon. I think it looks like a little moon. Can I pet that dog? And these boys, they don't have any head markings, but they do have stomach markings. One of them has a really cool mark on the stomach. Oh, look at Moon. It's so interesting that she seems to be the closest one to Cloud in terms of like getting all up in her space. And she's the one I'm probably going to keep. She's actually the biggest one. So she weighs 7 ounces, and the boys weigh 6 ounces. So she's actually the biggest one. So if the next one's a girl and it's the smallest one, I might keep her because I really wanted the runt. So I don't know if any of these are the runts. 6.9, 5.9, 6.0. So that variance isn't enough for me to think that there's a runt yet. So I think number 4 is going to be the runt. You okay, Cloud? Tracy, I have mixed opinions on that spaying and neutering your pets. I used to believe in it, but part of me thinks it's kind of cruel because number 1, they can't consent. And number 2, you take away their instinctive biological purpose, which is to procreate. You know, I don't really think there's something wrong with having one litter. Plus, the way you guys got to understand is, let's say I didn't have this litter. Well, guess what? In 10 years, when it's time to get a new dog, I can either go to rescue or I can buy one. But now, if I keep one of these pups, that takes away the need for me to ever buy one. So it still keeps me out of the system from like a breeder, like an unethical breeder. I think breeding is actually can be very ethical. I mean, look at how I did this with my dogs. I didn't force them into a room. They weren't forced to mate. It just kind of happened naturally, which I think is a beautiful thing. And they're not being raised or born in some like garage, like with 1,000 other dogs in some like dungy back room. No, these were just a natural birth, natural mating process. As you can see, I'm not a breeder. This is one and done. I think it's a beautiful thing. 2 very loved dogs joining forces to create life. I mean, as a pro-life man, how can I not be for this? I wish I had my first 2 dogs give birth, but I didn't do that. And I ended up cloning them. Now I don't have to clone Cloud or Sunlight because I cloned them through the birthing process. But again, I understand if people do want to, spay and neuter their dogs. Ultimately, I don't think everybody's prepared for breeding, and I don't think everyone's prepared for like finding good homes. But again, as a pro-life man, I'm going to be on the side of life. But I'm not going to be anti-spaying and neutering like I am anti-abortion. Because I do think that we need people to spay and neuter their pets. But I won't judge people if they also breed their pets either. David, no, I haven't thought about that yet. But I have a few friends in the area that I would definitely reach out to if that happened. Yeah, Moon is so bonded with Cloud. Look at that. She is so bonded to the mommy. There's one more baby that's got to come out. It's kind of crazy. The babies came out at 5:05, 7:05, and 8:05. No, she's had water though. She's had some water. She doesn't want any food. I'm proud of her though. She did a great job. We just got one more left. You want water? You thirsty, baby? Drink. Drink. No? Yeah, these babies are eating right now. These two babies, the two boys. No, she drank water already. She already had some water. Yeah, David, I'm sorry to hear that. So my dad and his wife, they both saw one of the births. I had them on FaceTime when one of the babies was being born. You guys have not been fortunate enough to see that because my battery's like it keeps dying, and then I have to recharge it for a little bit, and then it's dying again. Yeah, guys, we only have one more pup left. Just one more. This is it. David, I did a sonogram ultrasound, and the vet said that there's four in there. And the vet said, she says possibly five because she couldn't see past one of the skulls, but she confidently said there's most likely four. She said five is unlikely, but very small possibility. But we're planning for four. I think someone just pooped. Huh. I think one of them just made a poopies. Yep, one of them just pooped. Ah! And I actually heard it. I actually heard it come out. Guys, do I punish the puppy for not pooping on a pad? That's a joke. You can't train a puppy for the first 3 weeks. Sorry, that's wrong. You can't you can't expect anything from a puppy for the first 3 weeks. There's absolutely zero level of training for the first 3 weeks. That's what I meant to say. They're just gonna do what they do. There's no getting mad at them. There's no getting upset with them. There's no, yeah, you didn't go in the right place. Nope. They could do whatever the hell they want. These babies. They have free reign. But I just got to keep this clean. So once Cloud is done today, birthing, I'm going to take out this bed, throw it in the wash, clean it, clean this sheet, and then clean these pads on the bottom. The dad is a Yorkie. So these are called Shorkies. Yeah, there's also some type of nourishment inside the poop. Sunlight just doesn't want to come in here. He's like, he's keeping a distance. Like every time I tell him to come in here to look, he doesn't want to be here. And they say that you got to keep the dad away for 3 weeks. So they said the exception is sometimes the mom is okay with the dad being close, but you got to be careful because some dads are territorial. So they'll actually try to kill a baby. Sometimes they will be too forceful with the baby and accidentally kill it. So, I don't think Sunlight is that kind of dog, but I don't want to take any risks. So I'm going to wait until they're 3 weeks before Sunlight can actually meet them. And by that time, he'll be used to them being in the area. They'll smell familiar. And sometimes the mom too can get upset with the dog being nearby, the father. So, you know, I'm just gonna leave them apart. Okay, I think all three of them are eating right now. Guys, I've never seen Cloud this tired. No, he won't be a deadbeat dad. Come on, baby. We just need one more girl, one more baby to come out. She must feel so much better. I cannot believe that these three babies were inside of that belly. She did gain about two and a half pounds. And so far there is about 7 plus 12, 19. There's about 1.5 pounds right now of puppies that came out. So the math adds up. She gained a little bit under 2.5 pounds, and so far there's been about 1.5 pounds that came out. But to me, they look a lot bigger than I would have assumed could fit inside of here. I love that. What's the difference between Joe Biden and Sunlight? Sunlight's a real dad. Hey guys, one thing I wanted to talk to you about was the whole Laura Loomer situation. I don't know if you guys saw that, but she put up a really nasty tweet about Joe Biden and his son Beau Biden, who died of brain cancer. And here's the thing: I just want to be very honest with you guys. You guys can always expect honesty from me on this channel. Um, I like Laura Loomer a lot. I like the fact that she's so bold and abrasive. I like the fact that she doesn't back down. She is unapologetically loyal to Trump. And I like that she just reminds me of like the way we used to talk in America when we could all be just like from New York City, upfront, blunt. So I do respect her a lot and I like her a lot. And this doesn't change my view of her. I want to be clear. But her tweet about Joe Biden, I did think it did cross a line. She said something like, Joe Biden, your brain has rotted worse than your son's, which I thought was kind of like mocking brain cancer as a disease. Like she claims that wasn't her intent. She was basically saying brain cancer destroys your brain and Joe Biden's brain is worse than brain cancer. Regardless, I think summoning someone's illness, whether it killed them or they're dealing with it, is really inappropriate, and it really just crosses a line that shouldn't be crossed. And it's kind of like why on my channel, I don't really like, you've seen a lot of insults about my dog here. Someone came in and called my dog a rat. I don't care, whatever. But if someone makes fun of my kidney failure, that to me crosses a line. So that to me is like, fuck you, I block you. And I feel like with Laura, she also crossed the line making fun of Beau Biden's brain cancer. Even though she wasn't really making fun of the brain cancer, she did not need to reference it at all. And so I was just a little disappointed in her, in what she said. And I've called it out on Twitter. Even though I'm MAGA, I'm not just gonna like be a blind loyalist to everything. It. 1 second, coming. Oh, stay Cloud. Stay Cloud. Oh, my body's so broken right now. Stay Sunlight. Hello.
Yep.
Thank you. You can leave it outside.
Okay, I gotta go get your drink real quick.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Thank you. Watch out, Sunlight. That was fast. That was my Thai food, guys. My Thai food's here. Yeah, so I don't like that she did that. It made me a little uncomfortable, to be honest. It made me very uncomfortable. And, I was definitely a little upset with her for saying that. But like I was saying, like, I'm not just going to, I'm not just going to blindly follow any MAGA person. Like, if they're doing something wrong, I'm going to call it out. For example, when Trump told us to take the vaccine, I did my own research on the vaccine. I felt uncomfortable taking it. I'm happy I didn't take it. And when Trump does try to like make anything sound like he's trying to make you take it, I don't agree with that. I didn't agree with him. If I followed everything MAGA said, I would have taken the vaccine because Trump told me to take it. He didn't force me to. He didn't try to do a mandate, but he did try to push us in the beginning to take it, and I said no.
What's your PIN number?
2301.
Say it one more time.
2301.
2305. Thank you, sir.
No, 111.
Oh, that's not it.
Yeah, 2301.
01.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. And so, likewise, when I see Laura Loomer say something bad, I call it out. Likewise, when I say, Cloud, sunlight, leave it. Likewise, when I see bullying and anti-Semitism, I call it out. I don't mind if people criticize Israel. Israel's not perfect. They made a lot of mistakes in this war. They're not perfect, but I will always defend Israel's right to exist. I will always stand by Israel's right to exist. I am a Zionist. By the way, Zionism only means that you believe in Israel's right to exist. They make it sound like it's more than that. It's not. It's just the right to exist. And I believe in Israel's right to exist. So I'm a Zionist and I support Israel. But I also don't think criticizing Israel, the government, necessarily means you're anti-Semitic. I think that's really stupid. You can criticize Israel, the government, their policies, their actions, and still have respect for and appreciate and love Jews in Israel. So, but again, I've called that anti-Semitism when I've seen it. And likewise, you might see someone like Lily Gaddis getting canceled by the left for using the N-word. She referred to a bunch of poor men as broke-ass N-word. And she's gone viral. She's got fired. But the thing is she wasn't talking about anybody of any specific race. Chances are she was referring to a group of white men. And I don't believe freedom of speech is color-coded. So just because you're black, you don't get access to words that white people don't get access to or Hispanic people don't get access to. That's not how freedom of speech works. Either none of us could say a word or all of us can say a word. That's what freedom of speech is. That's what colorblind meritocracy is. So personally, I don't use the word. It's not in my vocabulary. I don't want to use it. I'm not comfortable using it. That's my choice. If I was Alex Rosen from I Fight Kids, or if I was Fresh and Fit, they want to use the word, go ahead, be my guest. I don't care. I really don't care. It doesn't offend me when a white person uses it. It doesn't offend me when a black person uses it. It's either offensive or it isn't. So, yeah, Pi Susan, I mean, we could argue either way if there's been mistakes made or not by Israel. But there's no right or wrong. It's not like 2 + 2 is 4. There's no answer like that. Did Israel make a mistake? Yes, that is the answer. No, there's no way to determine that. There's no way. It's either your opinion or, whatever. And my opinion is Israel has a right to exist. But did they make mistakes in this war? Maybe. I don't know. I assume they made some mistakes. I don't think anybody's perfect. I mean, look at us. Sunlight. Leave it. Good boy. No fourth baby yet, guys. I mean, look, how many mistakes did we make with 9/11? Come on. With COVID? Come on. Every time a government does something, they make mistakes. So we can only assume that Israel is like every other government and made mistakes. It's like talking about the 2024 election, right? Some people say there was absolutely no voter fraud, zero. And it's like, come on. We all know that that's not true. There was some voter fraud. Did it impact the election? I think it did, but you could debate that all day long, right? But there was some voter fraud. We all know that. There was at least one person that cast two ballots in the whole country. So the same thing could apply to any government. Did they make mistakes? They probably made a mistake or two here, one or two. I think everyone can agree with that. But again, I side with Israel. You'll never see me waving a Palestinian flag. So I have waved an Israeli flag. So I'm like, good boy. My dogs are giving birth. Exactly. Israel is human, just like everyone is human. Everyone makes mistakes. I don't think Israel is like some perfect government that doesn't make mistakes. I think every government makes mistakes. But anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off so I could pay attention to these dogs and eat my Thai food. But I'll be back on later after the fourth baby's born. As always, God bless Donald J. Trump.